Good morning, YouTube, or afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Good news, we're doing a weekly giveaway on our YouTube channel for Amazon gift cards. All you gotta do to enter is like the video, give us a subscribe, and comment below. The more comments you give us on the weekly videos for that week, we go Monday through Sunday, the more chances you have being entered, basically. So I'm gonna go through whatever the most creative content is as far as your comments go, and I'll pick a winner, and I'll send you a gift card. It's pretty simple. Free money. Who likes free money? I know I do. Subscribe. Have a good day.
Energy drinks too. I've got the Popeyes thinking I was still hungry, and here we got some energy drinks.
My coffee. Power lifter Shawn in the
Look
building.
at Josh, man, just in time, man.
Right.
I figured I'd kick us off, you know, with Paul and here. If you want to share, I don't know if you share.
Is Shawn on the way too?
Shawn said, "Why didn't you bring me chicken, fucker?" Shawn's editing yesterday's podcast, actually.
I'm gonna learn how to work this mixing board today.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Probably not a good
Here,
idea.
what does this one do? This one. Oh,
Shawn's
blue
like,
button.
"Fuck yesterday's podcast. I'll be right there to break Tom's fingers."
Let's break. What's this button for? Like the old Space Shuttle Challenger joke.
Shawn just said, "Don't break my board, fucker."
Trust me, I wouldn't know how to break this kind of board.
I did hear from a couple people it was quiet, so we might need to turn up the entirety of it.
I heard,
Same things?
yeah. I don't know how much I'm trusting people right now because our view count, obviously, we can't trust. But
Is it still acting wonky?
yeah, definitely is.
Yeah,
It was all day yesterday too. So
I expected that Arctic Silver to be here. It's supposed to be here by 9 this morning, and it hasn't arrived yet, so I don't know if it's like out on the truck or what, but I was hoping it would be here by now so we can do this after us, but we'll do it tomorrow or Monday or, you know.
the master fader on Streamlabs or on the board. That should be it.
I'm the master fader.
-5.
I must be the master mixer right here because
no,
I have
Jeff,
all
you
the
can
mixing
promote
controls.
whatever you want, bro. That's the whole purpose why we do Saturday and Sunday. If you got something you want to put out there for everybody to see, put it out there. So what is the all the way at the right? What is the line at? See how
On main?
on this button?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a little line.
Okay, main, the middle of it's basically -5.
Yeah, -5.
So we should probably roll up to at least like 2 or
Oh,
something.
he said the master fader should be at 0 now.
Oh, so
It's all zeroed out. Okay.
Yeah, just the master.
All right, how's that now?
I did-
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
How's it hanging now, my
TTV is
friend?
looking for follow. I got you, bro.
Oh, am I? Yeah. Are these ones muted?
I got you right now.
Can you mute the green one, maybe?
All right, so green one.
Yeah.
Mute.
Perfect.
Blue's on. I
Is
see.
yellow muted too?
Purple's
Yellow
on.
muted.
Perfect.
Yellow is muted. Red
Perfect.
is
So I don't come
live.
through too
Purple's
much.
live and blue's live. Okay, we're good.
Golden.
Okay, we gotta go through our technical aspects real quick.
Right.
Shout out to TTV Blake, TTV Blake Hallett. Coming in the room looking for follow, so I'm hooking him up with a couple follows right now. Boom. Because that's what we do.
Thank you for the follow, my friend.
Good looking. Appreciate that.
I mean, does anyone not like Popeye's chicken? I mean, seriously,
Um,
this is like legit shit right here.
Some white people have sensitive taste buds, so
You know-
they don't like spicy things.
The white
I
people?
love
Yeah.
spicy things, but
Fuck
I'm
white
really
I said
not.
some. I said some.
I'm not that big of a fan of Popeyes.
I love
So
Popeyes.
Shawn-
Some white people will eat
Sean
the
said
most
Josh should be on the board since he's there much more than Tom.
What about Ezel's up
I mean,
in
we can
Seattle?
switch.
Yes, Ezel's.
Ezel's?
Bro, you can't compare Popeyes.
You know
to Ezel's.
Ezel. You know Oprah Winfrey used to fly Ezel out to Chicago to host to cater her
You know,
parties, right?
I just
That's
saw
an inside scoop right there. Yeah. But Buddy AC used to work for Oprah's company.
I
years
gotta
ago.
find it.
Yeah.
I saw some news
Yeah, you
about
should've gone
Ezel's
with her.
chicken.
That's the money.
Yeah, he was working for the O Network or whatever, and or Harpo Productions maybe. I don't know. This was in Seattle, but then she moved all her. He was in IT,
Yeah, it is Oprah's
so she
favorite
moved
chicken
all the
place.
developers out to New York, and he didn't want to go spend $10,000 for a 1-bedroom flat, you know.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Ezel's literally is Oprah's favorite chicken place.
Where? Ezel's?
Ezel's up in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, because he does that pressure cooking, like 24-hour pressure cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Ezel's is
Bro,
probably legit one of the best chicken places
Ezel's
in
is
the country.
franchising.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, well, this came out in 2013, so never mind. That's old news. Maybe it's not happening. At one point, they were talking about franchising as far away as Dubai. Could you imagine Azel's Chicken in
Can they
Dubai?
just come down here somewhere, even if it's Portland?
Hey, since we're eating, let's talk about food, okay?
We can talk about food, but you guys need to switch places.
Okay.
Shawn said so.
Okay.
Just because Josh has more experience.
He knows how to work the controllers. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you could say you know how to work it, but he's got more experience. Jeff said starting in February.
I'm red and you're blue now. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Jeff said, okay, well, starting in February, I'm going to work with the St. Baldrick's Foundation doing a shaving event.
Well, maybe a biscuit. You got a biscuit?
I'm waiting to reach a goal of $100 by March 26th. We'll be shaving my head on March 26th,
Hey,
and if I hit $200, I will shave my beard also.
Oh, man.
The
Thank
link
you
I
so
will
much.
be posting will be a direct link to the page.
That's fine. They still good. They still buttery. Let me get these on.
I think that I love the reason behind it, but
Oh, thank you.
Josh is the laptop open. To me, man, guys shaving their head is not a big deal. If women were behind this to raise money to shave their head for something like that, yeah, I'd be able to get behind it all for it. Guys, we can shave our head, and it's not that big of a deal.
We practically do it here anyways.
Yeah.
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 So.
I haven't had anybody else cut my hair in decades.
Really? I only cut my own hair.
Hey, send me a link. I don't have the Twitch on my phone right now. I don't have enough storage.
Oh, I didn't link you, bro.
I don't see a link. Oh, did you do it?
I
to
tagged
Facebook?
you.
Oh, tag me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my phone. My phone is pissing me off. You know what? My phone's paid off, and I'm eligible for an upgrade. So I think anytime you're eligible for an upgrade, they kind of put bugs in your phone on purpose. I'm really starting to think that because, do you see Shawn's?
Well, it's a fact. They slow them down. They say that on purpose. It's a generational thing.
So they do admit it.
Yeah, for sure.
I hate it, dude. I hate it. Because I take care of my stuff, like cell phones. I take care of my phone. I have never in my life had a cracked screen. Never in my life had a broken screen. I take care of my shit. So now that my phone's paid off, they want to. It's starting to become really buggy to force me to go and buy a new phone. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. If you take care of your shit, you shouldn't have to be forced to go and buy new shit.
Well, you
I
can
understand an updated
turn it
version,
in and like sell it for partial money or whatever.
but that's just a way to suck. Isn't Verizon getting enough money out of me as it is?
Yeah, and now with the new whatever it is, the thing that they're instituting for all the cable companies, they're gonna be able to milk us for even more.
The net neutrality bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horse shit, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Horse shit. How are Americans supposed to get ahead when we have corporations that just keep trying to drown us?
Well, yeah, we
Hate it.
make less. More taxes, more small little fees like this, expansion of larger corporations
Right.
without our consent.
It's for cancer research for kids and also to show that kids shouldn't be afraid to be bald. That's dope. That's really dope.
They shouldn't.
No, they definitely should not. So yeah, that's dope that you're working with the St. Baldrick's Foundation. Jeff, again, to recap, since we're having a little bit of hustle and bustle in the room, Jeff's working with the St. Baldrick's Foundation doing a shaving event. He's looking to reach a goal of $100 by March 26th, and he'll be shaving his head on March 26th if he hits it, and $200 he's shaving his beard. Now, are you going to add your eyebrows in that, bro? Add your eyebrows to that shaving,
Might as well, man.
and maybe then we can get excited. I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's shaving his eyebrows too, not just some lines, not the Vanilla Ice. But you got to go full naked. That would be cool. How do you guys feel about No Shave November?
Not a huge fan, honestly. Especially when people send me these gifts of some crazy stuff.
Like what, their pubes?
Yeah, their pubes like, hey, get ready for No Shave November, and some bitch got her pubes up to her like her belly button, you know, like afro-y and shit.
Well, why she got to be a bitch?
Speaking of afros, man, I just saw a really tore up white girl with like a big old ghetto booty, I got the 7-Eleven, and me and this
Nice.
black girl were looking at each other. I had to pull back at my parking spot, right? This girl had huge ass. You could tell she had like plastic surgery going on everywhere. And she was blonde, I think, you know.
Yeah.
And so me and I had to look at this black girl next to me because she's looking there and going, and I'm looking at her going, and I pull back and go, man, that bitch has got more plastic than a Chinese car, you know. I go, some plastic surgeon in Hollywood is you know, counting his cheddar right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that girl had, like, seriously, like, white pants, black thong underneath, because you could see the black thong through the white, stretchy pants.
Delicious.
It was delicious.
So you tried to get her number, is what you're saying? Were you successful? Are you trying to brag or something?
I'm
Where
trying to
is the
think-
story leading?
Did it
That's what I
work?
want to know.
Did it work?
She hit it very well. she was bulldogging it, I think.
Okay.
That much
Yikes.
makeup, you know, is
Bro, I
that
don't
really a
under-
woman or not? You know, you got to think about that.
I mean, it depends on. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna wake up next to it, but as long as you jet that night, that's the trick.
She honestly looked like one
Get
of
her
those,
an Uber home.
She looked like one of those AI sex
Jeff.
robots that we had up on screen yesterday.
Jeff said $500. He'll do his whole head in Nair.
Oh,
That's
that's commitment.
so that's putting it out there. Like that's
Dude, Nair will give you a rash too, though.
That's what I'm saying, because they will go down to like the follicles and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, if you Nair like sensitive areas,
yeah, that's a commitment.
you cause some damage.
I wouldn't even do that.
I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't.
Why would you Nair it? Why not just shave it?
Well, it's part of the raising money for the St. Baldrick's Foundation.
Okay, right now I shave off everything, so basically my eyebrows and goatee. How much money do I raise for?
Do you have a goatee?
I have like
That's like a scro tee. It's just a
that's
little
called-
bit of scruff on your
I
chin.
think it's called a holiday. Like when you're painting, it's called a holiday.
All for the cause. Yeah, you know what? I can admire that. No fundraiser can get me to nair my whole head. I couldn't do it. Could not do it. Would you nair? You wouldn't nair your head?
I absolutely would nair my head for a charity or something.
Yeah,
like
for the right cause.
for kids or I mean, there's a lot of causes I would do it for.
There's a lot of stuff I would do. I don't think I could nair my head. I don't want that chemicals like I guess I'm scared. But I don't want chemicals like that near my eyeballs.
Oh yeah, no, I would want to wear some
good.
sort of, I don't know, something to keep it out of my
Some
eyes.
sort of
and stuff.
goggles?
Yeah.
They'd have to be like swimmer's goggles though, because you're narrowing your eyebrows too.
No, that's why I'd want it to be like a, I don't know, some sort of umbrella but reverse for my head, so I can keep it. Guys, I know they have stuff like that for when people
But I
bleach
know
their
we're
hair
talking
and
like
stuff.
all like your eyebrows too.
Oh,
Nair your eyebrows, nair your face, nair your whole head.
Is that what Jeff's gonna do?
That's what he said.
You're gonna do your eyebrows?
$500, I'll do the whole head and nair. So that's all of the hair from the neck up. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't.
For 500.
Charities, I could. I'll
500.
donate to the charity out of pocket instead, but you're not gonna get me to nair my whole head.
I would probably put like
Can't do
like numbers on it. Like I'll do all the head. I'll do up to here for a couple G's, and then like I don't know. It'd take a lot to get to the eyebrows.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I couldn't do it.
You're better than me, Jeff.
Nair. I
Better than
couldn't
me.
do.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you would look funny. Like you could be like a Mexican girl and then draw them on later. You know, like Mexican women, like they shave off the eyebrows and they tattoo them on. They paint them on. I guess I shouldn't pick on the Mexican girls, but
No, I mean it's fine. It's true.
but it's true, right? Okay.
I personally don't like the painted on eyebrow stuff. It's not my.
Yeah, I'd be
cup
down
of
with
tea.
that, Jeff. I'd be down
No,
with that.
I like girls with natural eyebrows.
Everything grows back.
I kind of like girls that
you
are
guys
natural.
don't like
period.
Sharpie brow?
Hmm?
You guys don't like Sharpie brow?
No.
No. Hey, can we turn back the? I'm getting the feedback.
Getting feedback on what?
I'm hearing our podcast.
Because I have it on the tablet playing over here.
Okay.
Is it messing with your ears?
Yeah. It's like when you talk to someone that has a terrible Bluetooth, like my car, for example. Be like, Tom, get me off that Bluetooth because
Tom,
it echoes.
it's not like you stay focused that well anyways.
I haven't took my
so-
meds since about 7:30 this morning before yoga.
I thought you were going to say you haven't taken your meds since you're about 7 years old.
No, I'm good. Oh, don't give yourself canned laughter on that one.
I can give
Come on.
myself. I have
You should
controls.
not.
I have
The joke
button
teller should not
controls.
also have the button for the
Oh.
laughter button too.
Okay, I gotta figure that out.
I have the button controls. I don't even know. Like I have such a habit of sitting here scrolling for news articles while I'm sitting here looking for the next topic to talk about. Forgetting
Okay.
today's Saturday. We don't talk about topics. on
Okay,
Sunday.
let's talk
Oh
about.
yeah, we're not doing politics stuff, so it's
Yeah.
just a chill day.
Let's
Yeah,
have
we're
some
just
fun.
hanging.
Okay, Super Bowl predictions. Let's
I
start
thought we
with
were
that.
gonna talk about food.
Okay,
bro.
let's start with food. And
Fuck
we'll go
the Super Bowl.
We'll go to Super Bowl later. Okay.
Saints got robbed.
Okay, so the Rams. Who's Rams playing?
Patriots.
That's what I thought. Okay, I want the Rams to win. Honestly.
Yeah, I want the Rams to win because I fucking hate the
want the
Patriots, but I don't
Boston
want the
Rams
Rams to win
Rams.
because I'm a Seattle fan.
Yeah.
So either way you look at it, NFL season's over to me.
Mhm.
I don't care.
Been over since Janikowski got hurt.
Josh,
I'm sorry.
Super Bowl.
I don't watch football. I don't do sports. Remember, sports ball is not my cup of tea.
Where's it playing at this year?
Atlanta.
Who's even
It's
in it?
Atlanta, in the dome.
It's Patriots and Rams.
I'm gonna
Rams.
say
I thought the Rams were always bad.
The Rams got beat on a failed call in the New Orleans Saints game.
I'm gonna predict a low scoring.
Blatant pass interference that absolutely, I would say 90% positively would have changed the outcome of the game,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no call.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
no.
say this final
didn't know.
score is gonna be 24-21.
Shawn said, talking to the mic, Tom. Jesus.
24.
I turned him up too.
24-21 will be the final score for the Super
Turn 'em up
Bowl.
tomorrow.
You think it's going to be that close?
Yeah.
I am afraid the Patriots are going to stomp on the Rams because the Rams don't deserve to be there in the first place.
You'll be surprised, what happens, I'm like
Yeah.
tearing this chicken up, man. Sorry, I'm like, hey, I should have ate before work.
Don't apologize. We're
I
all
know we
plan-
were all running late. I was dragging ass today.
Yeah, me too. We're all planning it well. It's Saturday. We don't have a designated time. We just whenever. We're gonna go on a chicken run tomorrow though, for sure.
Maybe I'll get some interest through
Chicken
social
run
media.
has
Hold
to be
on.
done tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Okay, I see it. Perfect.
I'm gonna play a video because it's just awful. It has nothing to do with news. It's just kind of disturbing. It's muted. If you've ever wondered,
Oh, Mandy.
if you've ever wondered what it's like to be woken up by a 2-year-old, it's probably pretty accurate.
I feel like people do that to me on all my baseball road trips. I have my teammates and my friends that stay with me.
Right.
They do that to me, and they take photos of me sleeping when I'm dead tired between double headers.
Dude, is that like forensic jail?
Hey, guess what? I am on the air. Look at you, Mandy. How are you?
Seriously, is
Welcome
that
to
forensic?
Yeah.
FunkShop TV. I'm your host, Tom.
Or
We
it
got
might be
Josh
slightly
and
more
Biggz.
rigid.
You were on the
I want to
air.
get
What
on
up?
that stuff, dude.
Uh-oh.
You know how much of a stress relief it would be just to sit there and just punch it? Like,
Especially if it was like Trump or something
Yeah.
for people. It'd make their day.
that actually looks like stone.
I don't think she liked being on the air quite yet.
You just get hung up on.
Yeah. I know,
She's
right?
like, how dare you?
Click.
I'll tell her I'll call her afterwards. Maybe she wanted to be put on the spot. Okay.
Yeah. How do we have 0 views right now? I don't get that.
Says one for me.
Yeah. This Twitch, fix your shit, dude. It's discouraging when we
Is
really.
it fucking the numbers though? Based on that, is
Yeah.
the question. It is.
Yep. Because our numbers over the last 2 days, our average viewers has severely dropped. Hugely.
Ironically, I've been on the
Yeah,
show the
and-
past few days too. That's terrible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Like 15.
15 people are viewing supposedly.
It's
now
very
it says we have
strange.
1. Yeah, it's frustrating. There's the link. Thanks, Jeff. I was waiting for that. So if you guys want to, you know what?
Okay.
Jeff has a lot of facial hair, man. He's got like he's got a lumberjack beard. So I could see why.
It would be even more devastating for him.
Yeah. Like Here's the page for his donation. Every 2 minutes, a child is diagnosed with cancer. Help me fund the research that will save their lives.
Does part tighten at all? No.
Shawn said, hopefully Josh understood what I just told him. Does which part tighten?
I did.
This part here?
No.
I didn't think so. It's pretty loose.
No.
Hey, Jeff. Welcome. Who's Jeff? He's is shaving to cure childhood cancer. That's pretty awesome, Jeff. That's a lot of hair.
Okay, I didn't see this one.
From Lewiston, Idaho. I've been to Lewiston once for a business trip, actually.
Yeah, Jeff's our Idaho brethren.
Hey, Jeff,
He's a
welcome. Yeah,
regular on
Lewiston's a
FunkShop
good little
TV.
town, man.
He's more of a regular on FunkShop TV than Tom is.
I
And
was
Tom's
there-
in the opening credits.
What they call them, the brace team or something. I was there at an orthodontic office installing an X-ray machine. How fun was that?
Jeff said my beard is my life. I can get that, man. There's living in the Portland area, especially. There's a lot of people around here whose beard is their life. But in Portland, it's a hipster thing. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and call you a hipster because that just wouldn't be prudent in this point in juncture. Tom, I think you wanted to talk about food, bro.
Okay.
So I made this awesome nacho plate for lunch. Tom shows up and he eats half of it.
And then I
Like he's like, can I have a bite of that? And next thing you know, half it's gone.
Probably
Hey,
hungry.
Joey,
He's
what
like your
up?
girlfriend?
Joey's tuned in, Tom.
Our Joey?
Joey from Clean Street.
What's up, Joey? How's it going, man?
Great Vision 2C. I like that name, man. That's a good name.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. With an 8, so it's great.
So yeah, I
Tier
made
8.
I
Great
even did a
Vision.
combination of the Juanita's chips because you know when you're making nachos at home, Juanitas are the ish, and flaming hot Doritos so I could have that spiciness.
Yes.
I put taco meat on it, lots of cheese, some really good salsa, and I'm like, oh man, this is good. Tom shows up, he's like, is that from Muchos? That looks good. I said, no, I just made it. He goes, can I have a few bites of that? And he slid the plate over and he just started eating my lunch.
Well, not only
So
had
did you even get any between him and your girl? You pretty much have
She's at
nothing.
work.
Oh, okay.
So
he had a few.
Replaced your girl, pretty much. So
Yeah.
you got half.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
got about half.
Got about half.
I sat in for Jessica. I was like a seat filler at the Emmys.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Would you guys do that for $100 a night?
What?
Be a seat filler at the Emmys or Grammys? You know, any televised event that they need seat fillers? Would you do that?
Yeah. Because it
Do
would
what?
only take a couple hours and you'd work like another job during the day.
Right, but you know those events are only like once a year. You know,
To do what?
be a seat filler.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what a
I
seat
didn't know if
filler
you
is?
were
Are you
saying,
familiar
like,
with that?
All
No.
the different events.
Okay, so if you're at the Oscars or Emmys, any of these like televised award shows in the entertainment industry,
Okay.
they have these things called a seat filler. So let's say somebody gets up during commercial to go use the bathroom or whatever,
Okay.
do some more blow in the locker room. I don't know what they do, but powder their nose.
Right.
They have seat fillers that are hired people that are just like me and you.
So just go and sit in the
just
seat
go
so it
sit in
doesn't
the
look
seat
empty.
until that person is able to come back.
I'm sure they're not like me and you. They're probably more like you, but not like me, because they don't want a fat, ugly guy filling up the seats. They want
I'm just
pretty
saying, like
people.
regular, normal people. Like,
Yeah, but Hollywood's gonna hire. If they're gonna hire people like that, they're gonna hire people that look like that fit the mold of the people they want showing on their
okay,
their
so
programs.
you're saying like you would not be the seat filler for
Cactus.
Gabriel Iglesias?
Now that I might be.
See,
That I
there's
might be.
all. That's what I'm saying. There's all shapes and sizes in Hollywood.
You think there's tours like that like Gabriel Iglesias tours have seat fillers?
No, but I'm saying,
I
but
doubt
let's say
it.
he's
They
sitting
sell
there.
out.
Let's say he's sitting there at the Oscars because he's got a buddy that's a candidate, right? And he's like in the 10th row, and
Okay.
he needs to get up, and all of a sudden you become the seat filler because in the background, do you know like anytime there's like a baseball event or any sporting event, the audience like in the arena, those are cardboard cutouts of people. There's a few live extras. You ever seen that done?
No.
Okay, so a few years ago, like probably about 8 years ago, there was a movie filmed at Safeco Field. So after,
Thanks
So-
for the host.
I'm giving you guys a whole bunch of useless facts here that are true, though.
Hey,
Okay,
it's Saturday. We can talk about useless
Okay,
facts.
so-
It's okay.
I can't remember what movie. There was a movie filmed at Safeco Field where they after the fans left, they had some extras, but they were actually putting cardboard cutouts of people. If you ever notice, like watch like any of these sporting movies, and look in the background. Some of the background parts are moving because they're live people, and some are a still shot because they
What?
are cardboard people. Yeah, it's cheaper to hire cardboard than to hire extras to fill in those seats
I mean, that makes sense for like movies.
for movies. But during the Oscars or Emmys, any of these televised, primetime televised events, you've got to have seat fillers because you don't want an empty seat. You got to have another tuxedo sitting there to replace the tuxedo. Does that make sense?
Later.
I got you, man. I got some inside scoops. Don't ask me how I know this stuff. I just do. Google it.
Wow. I know I am.
You can YouTube anything.
Holy shit.
What?
This is a trip.
I'm right, aren't I?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I told you.
I just looked up cardboard cutouts used in film, and this is stuff that Shawn's like, you didn't know about that, dummy? I'm sure, but Shawn knows everything. So this is a World War II film they're working on. So you see them carrying the actual prop of the people, and there's what it looks like with the props put up.
Yeah.
That's fucking bananas to me. Like, I would never know that those weren't real people standing there.
Cardboard cutouts and blue screens, man. You can do a lot with.
That is crazy.
Yeah, how about cardboard cutouts for sporting movies? Same thing.
That's crazy.
Watch the movie Blades of Glory. Is a prime example. They're using the old LA Sports Arena where the Clippers used to play before the Staples Center. And you could see the live actors, and everything in the background is a still shot. Nothing, anytime you're in a sporting event, you look around, people are moving. Even if they're just fidgeting a little, doing something, there's life, there's motion.
Joey's out of here.
Joey,
Thanks for
day,
stopping
man.
by, Joey. Appreciate that. Good to see you, man.
So yeah, cardboard cutouts, it's the real deal, man.
That's
So,
crazy.
I gotta take off my jacket after that one.
To
I've
show
earned my
you're not
seat
made
today
out of-
with some useless facts that are actually real.
Took off your jacket to show that you're not a
Like all
cardboard
movies.
cutout.
Yeah, I'm real. Yep, this is a real gray shirt. These are my real tatas, my real guns,
Those your real tits?
my real tits.
You sure?
I should probably.
They move so
they-
so.
You're not cardboard cutout,
Yeah, they move just like a cardboard cutout.
Do another cardboard cutout thing. While,
I'm looking.
I need someone to fill my seat. I've got to use the facilities. But yeah, can we get a cardboard cutout for me real quick?
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find some examples. I figured if it was that, Shawn said it's super easy now to put fans in a stadium that isn't that hard to do. I could fill up a stadium in a shot in a few hours of editing. Yeah. Oh, he just wants to check Tom's bullshit.
That's fair.
Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I don't need a tutorial, Shawn. Josh might want to learn how to do that, though.
I think I could figure it out. Seems pretty easy. It's gotta be easier than this fucking board. So many buttons.
He just, that's funny. Shawn
just
just said,
because
are
you
you
gotta jump
confused?
through
Are you
menus up
confused
here.
behind the board?
So it makes it a little bit more confusing.
Mm-hmm. Are you more confused?
No, I mean everything's working.
You feel like you need what?
Candy jewelry with our rave music going.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take Molly and
I think
glow sticks anytime.
I think it's just music, bro. Why does it have to be raver music? Why you gotta segregate the music?
Have you ever tried to dance to like, I don't know, pop music when you're high on Molly? Or
I've never been high on
I never
Molly.
tried
so-
Well,
Molly.
that's your first
After my-
mistake.
is Molly good?
I wouldn't call that a mistake, but whatever.
I mean, to each your own. That's subjective.
I've never had Molly. It's like after my time, man.
I mean, it's not after anybody's time. It's gonna be like therapeutic before too long, or used for therapeutic
I got
purposes,
sober
anyways.
before Molly.
That and psilocybin are both gonna be like prescribed for therapy. Couples therapy, especially MDMA. Do some Molly together. You will never feel more connected to your wife in the fucking world. Like it just changes everything.
I will get a divorce.
Well, yet again, to each their own.
Yep.
Am I confused behind the board? Only mostly.
Mostly, yeah.
That's a good answer. Yes. A little bit.
Just a smidge. I like that it's condensed though and shrunken. Like I said, once I figure out the menu navigation and where everything's at, it'll make it a lot simpler. But
It's gonna make you want to get one.
kinda, yeah, just because you can actually have it somewhere in your room and make it like functional,
Yeah.
instead of having to be a redonkulous size.
What? Figure while I'm sitting here, I'm starting to compile some news.
Are we
for
pushing these
next
out
week.
to YouTube still? These videos?
Everything
Yeah,
goes
that's
to
what-
YouTube. Yeah.
He's doing right now is clipping it up and
Sweet, man.
Yeah, that's Shawn's actually editing yesterday's podcast for YouTube.
Good, because I need to start putting my recent stuff on TV again.
Your recent stuff.
Well, I should probably finish, like, well, is this crunchy?
Jesus,
like,
Tom, are
real-
you hungry today, bro?
I'm really
You ate half
hungry.
of my lunch. Now you're over there talking with a mouthful after you ate your Popeyes. What are you eating now?
speak softly into the mic. I'll turn it up real loud.
Oh,
Just
Popeye.
crunch.
You're still eating Popeyes?
We haven't gained a penny since yesterday's podcast. That's good.
Are you playing
Bro.
tonight?
That.
Are you playing tonight?
Yes,
Nolan
I am.
asked.
Okay.
Hi, Nolan. What up? Yes, I am. I'm at Three Monkeys tonight.
Okay, let's take some of our Northwest franchises, okay, in restaurants. Okay, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
Buy or sell, okay?
Buy or sell?
We'll say buy or sell. Buy means they would work, or sell, they wouldn't work.
Okay.
I know it's kind of like PTI, so I apologize. So let's say pass. We'll do pass or fail, okay?
Okay.
Well, I don't want to use any of the ESPN guys' stuff. So pass or fail.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, plagiarism, it's a podcast, so nobody cares. But go
All
ahead.
right, here we go. Or work or don't
Bro,
work.
the measles outbreak is spread into Portland now.
Yeah, I heard hundreds of
Sorry,
people
didn't
were
mean to cut you off.
infected at this point.
Hundreds?
Well, not
Potentially hundreds.
potentially hundreds. Excuse
Woo.
me. Let me correct the language.
Or we could call it black or red. Black is going to make some money. Red is going to fail. Okay. We'll
Okay,
call this
either
segment
way.
black. Hey, we'll make this black or red. Okay?
How about stop or go?
Huh?
How about stop
Okay.
or go? YouTube is removing conspiracy theories from their recommended videos.
Hey.
What? That's dumb.
Yeah.
Is that
They're trying
Feel
to-
the conspiracy theorists
You know-
even more. They're removing us because we're telling the truth, bro.
You know why, though?
Because
They
of the
don't
Alex
want to, they
Jones
don't want to
thing.
end up in front of fucking Congress like Zuckerberg did, answering stupid fucking questions.
All you have to say is we are non-biased. We let people say anything as long as it's not violent. It's not whatever. As long as it's
Zuck
not.
tried to say that too. Did you see that?
Yeah, but he did it in the worst way.
He did.
I
but
mean, he looked like a disabled robot.
it wouldn't have mattered
Looked
what
like
he
was
said. Like those
short-circuiting.
questions were fucking stupid.
They were.
It just showed how
It-
archaic Congress is.
Exactly. I was gonna say you could appreciate how old and antiquated the system is, and just
It's
the
horrid.
fact that old people had no concept of what internet meant.
Yeah.
What when you get on this internet, what did you know there's porn on there, Zuckerberg? He's like, what are we doing this? Are you really asking me? Like, yes. We have
What is
porn
this internet you
online.
speak
Oh, no,
of?
yeah.
What is
He
its
kept trying to
function?
equate different sites to his. Like, are we gonna when we log on to Facebook? Does that mean that our information on LinkedIn is out there? And Zuck's like,
What?
what kind of question is that? No.
Yeah, right.
If you go to 7-Eleven, does that mean you're also at Minimart? No.
Absolutely not. Well,
Dummies.
because he's at the top, because he's rich, people are going to attack him regardless.
Well, it's just like anything.
Well,
Once
all
you
of
have
the
money, people
congressmen
start
that were
harassing
attacking
you.
him are rich too. They're just mad because they had to work more than a couple of years to get their huge amount of wealth.
He just had to take his idea from a few guys that were rowing a boat at Harvard. You know?
All right,
make
Tom,
it
let's
his.
play your game. Pass or
Okay.
fail.
Let's name local Northwest restaurants here. Would they work in Southern California? Okay, Burgerville. Will that work in Southern
Yes.
California? Yes.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. They
No.
got In and Out and shit.
They got In-N-Out. They got Fat Burger. They got Johnny Rockets. Burgerville is not gonna. No.
Yeah, and
So
not,
fail.
Not a chance.
Well, yeah, it has to fail because the whole premise of Burgerville is that they don't ship their stuff far. It's all local and fresh, so nothing's frozen. And
But
so
would
if they
that-
were to
would-
ship it down that far, they would have to freeze it potentially.
Well, there are local ranches that in the
they would
Southern
just have to
California
localize
area,
the
but-
meat and
yeah.
buy a ranch or something down there.
But would
if
they
were
take
to
to
do
the
it.
secret sauce, or are they still hung up on their Johnny Rockets and In-N-Out Burger that they don't want
The secret sauce won't be enough to make Burgerville successful in Southern California.
I do love that secret
There's-
sauce though.
I do too, but there's a reason why Burgerville has not branched out of the Northwest and
Was
hit
like,
since
It's
the
'cause
dawn of
Walla
time.
Walla onions aren't year round. That's why.
Could
neither
be.
is there What's their Marionberry
The
shake?
Marionberry shakes.
The Marionberry shakes. Yeah, they got
I don't even care that
too.
they're like
Ominous.
$13 for a tiny like 2-ounce shake. Nigga,
$5.
they are so good.
$5 for a double cheeseburger.
I take one sip and I'm like, it's gone, but it was delicious. Best
You know,
sip I've
I
ever
don't
had.
eat. I can't eat Burgerville cheeseburgers anymore because every time I get them, Hey, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna hook you up with a follow back. Give me a second.
Thank you,
Alright.
friend.
Welcome.
Everybody should be following Schneebster right now.
I'm in front of like a 32-inch monitor and I can't even read this. Time to get my eyes checked.
I told you it's blurry as
It is
fuck.
blurry,
I've
okay,
tried
it's
to
not-
look at that and fucked up words because I can't read them sometimes.
Well, I
I
don't.
want to say it's me. I want to say it's me.
Oh, no, it's not you.
It's
But
not,
it ain't me.
it's not you. It's
I'm
probably
like
the
eagle-eyed. I
transition,
got,
the
like,
resolution
20/15
from one.
vision,
You know.
according to one doctor. You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can hit a fastball. You know, I'm okay. You know,
Yeah.
Sneebster. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
So Burgerville, no.
Burgerville. Okay,
General consensus, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. That's my fault.
let's take Seattle. Dick's is the place where the cool hang out. Dick's Burgers, pass or fail down
Dick's
Seneca.
would, I think it would be okay.
I'm gonna go with no, just because there's so many good burger places at this point. Burgers are like beat up, you know.
As long as it's
plain,
not
right?
too, as long as it's not too close to a fat burger, I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I
Like
said,
if they
it's
go down
tough.
there and try to compete with fat burger, it's not happening.
Okay. Place I was at last night.
apologize
My
for the
favorite
noise.
spot in the world, Beach's Restaurant. Would that work down in Southern California, like on Newport, like Balboa Pier in Newport? Or Huntington Beach?
No, I don't think so.
Beaches.
Yeah, I feel like they're real
You know
generic
what?
too, though. They're kind of just
Santa,
like
put a beaches in Santa Monica. I think it'd do okay in between the hotels.
they would
I
have
mean,
to
it's
have
good
some
quality
sort of
food.
gimmick or something.
But it's good quality food. People go there because the food's excellent. The happy hour is excellent. They got the calamari.
Cactus.
They got the 3 oyster
Cactus
shooters.
burger.
They got an excellent fish
Follow,
and chip.
follow the
Yeah, but
cactus.
what when you think of beaches, like what's the thing? Like what is their?
What's their shtick?
Yeah,
it's
like-
seafood, but seafood and American food.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like generic, though. You know, it's like for me, there's like not a thing that stands out. Like most places that you can think of that are huge have some sort of something that you go there for. Like their whatever crab puffs are the best that they've ever had. They make them fresh every morning and hand pack. Like something that makes them stand out versus the rest.
I think
And
beaches, their daily specials, like the Northwest Salmon specials. I think most of it's on their daily specials.
yeah.
You know, that stands
And that would be
out.
hard to do, down there, I think,
Right.
transport stuff from the Pacific Northwest. I don't know. I think that one would be tougher. So for my vote, I'm going to say no, personally. It's a no to maybe for me.
Okay. How about McMinimums?
Now, that's one I think has enough specialties, like specialty beers and things, that they probably could make it down there. It would be
On
tough,
the same
I think.
token, though, the specialty beer thing is kind of a Northwest thing. There's
Yeah,
outside of
definitely.
the Northwest, there's
For sure.
brew pubs here and there, but it's not nearly as popular in other parts of the country.
For sure.
I mean,
for
they
sure.
have like.
But there are people who drink, who
There's a
are
place
like
in
are
Newport
connoisseurs.
Beach, California, that has over 105 brews on microbrews on tap or
For sure.
brews on tap,
Right.
beers on tap.
Yeah.
How many of those
It's
brews
like the
on
whole-
tap are Oregon brews?
Probably a handful
of
you know,
these.
like
Probably
Hefeweizen has got reached national because like it used to be owned by the Widmer brothers, but Budweiser bought them out at least 10, 15 years ago. You
I
guys
didn't know that.
Yeah, so Widmer brothers did own the Widmer Brewing Company, and it was later be purchased by Anheuser-Busch about, I'd say, like 10, 15 years ago. If we want to look that up, that'd be good. Because I want to make sure all my facts are spot on, just like cardboard cutouts.
Bro, it's
McMiniman
Saturday,
balls
okay?
through
It's
a paper
Saturday.
cactus straw.
Did Budweiser?
I actually like some of the
Fine.
stuff at McMiniman's.
Right.
Not any of their food though.
But like,
They're-
I think
they're
real
more
estate
generic
wise,
food.
Widmer?
That's I
Budweiser
don't think
bought
that's
who?
a specific McMiniman's.
No, you said Budweiser bought who? Widmer?
Widmer is part of the Anheuser-Busch company.
Yeah, it's,
Anheuser-Busch to take over some brewing for Widmer Brothers' parent company. The parent company of Budweiser plans to start brewing some of the Craft Brews Alliance's beers as part of a renewed business agreement.
So not a
McLean
complete
said, given the
takeover.
recent investment, Widmer doesn't plan to offload any brewing yet. And that was as of August 23rd, 2016.
Okay, so so they have some minority shares, maybe.
Right, so they've
was-
taken over the brewing of some of the
Okay.
beers, but it sounds more like a partnership.
What about so it's partnership. I was under the impression like 8, 10, 15 years ago.
And I'm willing to bet part of that partnership, a lot like the music industry, Budweiser is probably having a lot more distribution for Woodmere to get their products out more variety areas.
Because there's more local distribution channels
Yeah.
through Anheuser-Busch, obviously,
Yeah.
because they're a major player, obviously.
Powerlifter Shawn and Duce I Rae seem to have some sort of love affair because Powerlifter Shawn said, I love Duce I Rae 1979. He gives me a stiffy.
Isn't that the same person?
Sounds hot.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
What? You think they're trolls?
Could be
No.
trolls.
Duce I Rae is part of our cast. He's not a troll.
Okay.
You silly.
Who's powerlifter Shawn then?
I don't know. Some Shawn that likes to lift heavy weights, apparently.
What's your bench, Shawn? Mine is like dick right now. Seriously,
You're what?
like I can't live. I can't bench shit right now. My body has gotten weak, man. I'm going through some stuff right now. You know.
Same.
The
Yeah.
new news, the measles outbreak in Clark County shows no signs of slowing down. County health officials announced the 30th confirmed case on Friday with 9 more suspected.
I thought
Boy.
I thought I was trying to give you guys measles yesterday. Did I fail? You guys look fine.
I think Shawn and Tom need to arm wrestle, dude. There seems to be some tension between the two.
Me and Shawn will whip me right now. I can't even feel my fingers. I have numbing through my fingers. I can't feel like I'm
So
going
you have
through
a
some
pinched
stuff.
nerve.
I must have a pinched nerve that has reacted all the way to my fingers for the last month.
They'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had a back injury that pretty much rippled through my whole body and had it like shooting down
I
to
feel like
my
my
knee
body
and
is
up to
slowly
my
dying.
shoulder.
You know, so if you
Well,
love
you-
me, you better say so. Like
They call that old age, bro.
old age,
You're
Okay.
getting old.
But I'm actually getting my circulation back a little bit. So
Mhm.
I did yoga class this morning. I played basketball on Tuesday. So
Yeah.
I think this off season's been kind of rough on me. We'll just say
Yeah.
that.
Yoga is my first recommendation for most people because that'll get you back with the movement and the circulation because all you really need to do is pump good blood to that area, you know,
Yeah.
wherever it is. And if
Uh-huh.
it's a pinched nerve in your neck, it could be as simple as like just, you know, getting the milking action for your vertebrae.
I might need to go see a chiropractor, get adjusted. You know,
That's very possible too.
I
Get
feel like-
realigned.
I feel like I'm all out of whack.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so bad, even with chiropractic and stuff, I needed a cortisone shot to bring down the swelling to help things kind of facilitate the healing process.
Yeah, so maybe that might work. I may have to go pop and do some self care here. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Powerlifter Shawn said, I pee on yogis. Milk.
I mean, yoga's
Sorry,
great.
Shawn. I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm not into that water sports. But thank you for the offer.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what
I
milk
mean, I am. I'll do a little pee action.
I'm not
You
into
want- you
getting
want
peed.
Powerlifter
I'm
Shawn
not.
to
I don't
pee on
want
you?
to pee on
Maybe,
anyone.
I don't know. Are you cute?
You're
Look,
going to pee
what do you-
on
what
me.
do you
I don't
look
want
like,
to pee on
Powerlifter Shawn?
anyone, and I don't want anyone to pee on me.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's just a little pee. It ain't like poo or anything like
But
that.
still, no. Okay, in college once I did pee inside my girlfriend, but that was like a whole
You
different.
peed
thing.
inside your girlfriend. Let's
Well,
go back and touch on this. Hold on.
Well, I heard that was like
Disgusting.
one of my bestie girlfriends told me that she had like the best orgasm when a guy peed in her. So I figured I'd try it with my girlfriend. I did not.
How do you keep it in soft and pee? Because I can't pee while I'm hard, so.
I don't know. I was under a lot of influence of stuff
Right?
back then.
No, I can't.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you keep it in while you
If you're
pee?
standing up to take a piss while you're hard, you got to put your hand on the wall and kind of lean forward so you can like tilt it down without breaking it.
I was.
I can-
I
Hey,
can't
I-
pee while I'm hard.
I
You
don't
can
know,
pee
man.
while you're
I
I
hard?
can, yeah.
I had some talent. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pee while you're hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can pee with like after like half softy where it's like the dangles
No, I
or
can't.
whatever. But when it's
You're not supposed to be able to, but I guess that's like an old thing.
No, like
because
morning
a lot of
wood.
guys can.
Morning wood. You ever had morning wood? And
Yeah, you can pee with
you
morning wood.
Stand so
I think
far.
that isn't that
You're, like,
doesn't that
practically
react on
breaking
your
it.
body differently than an actual erection though, like morning wood or
I
something.
mean,
Morning wood's still.
blood
I
filling
still
up
can't
the
pee through it.
vessel.
I don't know and why would you if it's?
Blood
I would
filling
be
out
scared
the-
to hit myself in the nose or something.
Blood filling up the sponge is blood filling up the sponge. I don't see.
But
what,
I thought pretty much when the dick got hard, there was like a valve that
supposed to be.
closed,
Well,
essentially, for at least for most people.
Supposedly, but I think it's honestly like 50.
I want to try to pee while I have an erection now.
Steve is
I just
possible.
I was
It's
always
very-
thought I couldn't do it. Maybe you can do it.
It's very
You
very
have enough
possible.
alcohol and,
Oh, yeah.
going through your system in college.
And you know
and
what?
you're
Some
hard
of the
and-
most relieving pees have been while I was erect.
She was such
It's
a
weird.
sweetheart. She's like, Tom, don't ever do that again. She was
Are
pissed.
there any girls in chat? Do
Literally,
you guys
she
like
was
being
pissed.
peed inside? Is this
She
a
was
thing?
pissed.
Have I missed out
No
on
pun
something?
intended.
Hey, when you're 21,
Nolan's
you're
a chick,
22
right?
years old, that happens.
Nolan, do you let people pee inside of you? Is that the next
Powerlifter
ticket?
Shawn said, I look just like a mix of Seth Rogen and Jenny McCarthy.
I'd hit then.
I knew he was not straight.
I did that. Who?
Oh.
Oh, Power Loves
Jenny,
Sean.
Seth Rogen and Jenny McCarthy.
If you pee inside
Jenny
of them,
McCarthy likes to fart on air.
they will come.
I'm
I
gonna get shot.
I don't.
Like,
Have you ever heard of this? Is it just me or like I'm taking it back?
I've never heard of that. A woman orgasming when you piss in her? No, I've never heard of that.
you ever had a really bad squirter? I did.
No, nigga, we're not gonna let you sidestep that. We'll come back and
Yeah,
touch on squirting, but
not only that,
I need to
I don't
understand
want
the mechanics
this
behind
is not
that.
a sex talk show.
I had a bad squirter like a couple years ago.
Tom,
like,
you're
she
about to be
soaked
muted,
through everything, man. Like
You can
everything.
talk about stuff like that on your own show, but
Can we not? I
We
thought
have-
it was Saturdays.
it is.
bad.
But we still have to maintain a certain level of
okay.
integrity. If the knitting grandma comes and watches, I don't want her to be like, I'm never watching these fucks again.
I have
We have-
I don't think
integrity.
a needy grandma's gonna. Watch
I have
this
enough integrity
anyways.
to not pee inside of women. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the concept. If it's a thing, let me know.
I
Women.
know.
Maybe I'm hyped to it. I mean,
Go- okay.
truffle butter was a thing. Like, well, not for
Okay.
me, but for you, maybe. I don't know. Like it's to each their own.
Put
Here's
my
your-
leg on the toilet.
Here's your homework assignment.
That's my new
Go
dance
home,
move. Don't know what
go to
to
your
call
woman.
it.
pee inside her and see how she takes it, and do it right when she's about to orgasm.
Well, yeah, if you do it exactly when she's about to.
How
bust
do
a
you
nut.
time this? This is the most like. I need to know.
I'm
Is
starting to wonder if you've ever really had sex.
Me?
No, him.
Oh, I was gonna say, if maybe peeing is a thing, because if it is, I've never had sex, right, or whatever.
I tried it once.
do
I got scolded. I got in trouble, and I never did it again.
Before you
She
get
was
into
not
it, do you
happy.
always like look at her and say, "All right, doll, let me ask you a favor, okay? Right before you're about to hit the big O, make sure you tell me, because I'm gonna do something real special."
No, I just went ahead and did it.
How did you know she was about to? Oh,
Wait,
I didn't know.
Wait.
I just went in mid-stroke.
So
you
you just
didn't
happened-
tell her
No,
pre.
no, I just went ahead and did it.
So this was the last time you had sex with this woman, is what you're telling
No,
me.
she kept me for at least another
Sean,
year
that is
and a half
gross.
afterwards.
Nigga, you are a liar.
I'm not lying.
This nigga is a liar.
Look, not all my jokes are bullshit.
Bro, I need to know. If a grandma comes through, do you get peed in? Is it good for you?
And I'm not into water sports.
Man.
Like, seriously. You know, I'd rather snowboard than, water
I-
ski.
I've heard some shit.
You know, I want to stay away from politics.
Look,
I'm just gonna
we
say,
have robots that are like looking like women that want to have sex with you. So come on.
I'm
now.
okay with that.
But at least
Pee inside of them. They don't get tract infections.
they don't yell at you and make you sleep on the couch afterwards.
That's
either.
true. Nigga, what are you doing peeing inside of me?
I don't know. I had a girl that's had one of my best friends out there. She's had sex with a number of her partners, and she said, "Tom,
so
this guy peed in me, and it was like the best orgasm." So I was just paying it forward, like from what a girl told me. So I tried. I didn't get the same reaction I was hoping, and so I had to move on from it.
I'm down to try anything once. So I'll
not
pee
gonna
in
say
a girl if she'll let me. I don't think I could do it. I don't know how this happens. I need to first pee with an erection. I'm gonna
Sean
try
said
that
pee in a
tonight.
condom, then tie it off and leave it in. First of all, I don't see how the fuck you're gonna do that. But then he said, "Remember, safe peeing." I'm a little disappointed at something political right now. We don't have to get into the story, but Sanders is set to announce his 2020 presidential campaign.
Why are you upset about that?
It's disheartening because Kamala Harris already announced.
Did he say he's
Word-
running dim?
I hope not.
Watch
But
him run Republican. Be like, fuck you, Trump. How funny would that be? How fucking funny would that be?
The Republicans would never endorse him.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think so? Under no
they
circumstance?
all call him a socialist. So
So what do you think? Independent, maybe?
if not Democrat, definitely independent.
Yeah.
If not, which could that we've had an independent run before that didn't get too far, got a lot closer than everybody expected it.
Yeah,
to.
yeah. And this guy actually
But
has...
now we know Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren all have their hat in the ring now. That's
kinda
what's
silly.
That's what's disheartening to me.
One of them should have
Why
at
don't we
least
just
sat back and
guarantee-
waited to VP it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
Yeah.
my point. Why don't we just hand over Trump another 4 years?
Bro, I've been telling
I
you,
think he's
just
gonna-
the
I
poor
think he's gonna get
decisions out of the
reelected.
Democrats and the DNC, the hyper emotional reactions to everybody in the nation and people's fed upness with it, even halfway reasonable individuals, he's going to get reelected again just out of sheer ridiculousness, And I hope to God they learn this time around that, like, you just can't have a hyper, inflamed reaction to everything. It's not productive. If you want to have a conversation, argue him down. Use good ideas. It's real easy if he's as dumb and simple as everybody makes him out to be. Right. You should be able to talk circles around him. So quit bullshitting. It's like this should be cut and dry. And Bernie had it. Had they not fucked him before. Mm-hmm. It's sad that people are even like skeptical of him now, but I mean, with like you said, with Elizabeth Warren and other people, it's like you guys are like flooding the market.
Warren and Kamala Harris, like
they're you guys are not doing this strategically, man.
Although I want to do some diving, we'll save it for Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
But there is a report that Kamala Harris has the record for incarcerating black men in California now, so I want to dive into that a little bit, but we'll save that. For Monday.
Well, that'll be a talking point, I'm sorry, what?
Do you get timestamps on your messenger?
Yeah,
I think so. Hold on, let me look.
There's also a news report.
Here, look at this. Does this look normal?
Yeah, I got timestamps.
Yeah.
That when you send out. Okay.
Yeah, it's Facebook Messenger did an update the other day, so there's a lot of different things.
Because it doesn't look the same as it used to.
Yeah, there's a few things that are different.
He's like, some bitch put a virus on my phone. She got all my messages coming through. Send it to her computer.
That's fine.
Man, I've got a huge list of links to go over for Monday already.
All right, so McMinimums. Did we decide? Will that work? In Southern California.
I'm a coin flip situation.
I think it depends on where it goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Inland, maybe. Northern Cal, but not Southern Cal.
McMinimans
in
maybe like
Sacramento, it would work, but Orange County.
No,
I think they would have to change some stuff up on the menu to make it like specific for that area or something. Like they would have to do something.
What about a McMiniman? Okay,
McMinimans have specific menus.
They do. Though? They're all slightly different.
They're all just like glorified bar menus.
Yep.
They're really just bar menus, honestly. But
Mostly. Some of them have actual restaurants on site as well, though.
I got food poisoning from McMinimans once.
Yeah, exactly. I like
that is a cool spot.
I got food poisoning from Edgefield once.
I got food poisoning from Taco Bell at least once. So
yeah, I've had food poisoning from Taco Bell too.
I was gonna say, you guys want to get some Taco Bell?
No.
I'll go get me some more food poisoning. I broke my tooth. My only molar I've ever lost was on Taco Bell.
You broke a molar on Taco Bell? That's bizarre.
Tell me about it. Has it deterred me even a little bit? Sure hasn't.
I'm definitely deterred. I don't eat Taco Bell nearly as much as I used to.
Me either. Fast food in general, but
some of the things on that dollar menu are pretty fucking good, and they're like heartier than anything on the regular menu, bro.
Them that shredded, whatever the shredded, what is it? Quesadilla. The little shredded chicken quesadillas.
That's on the
for
dollar menu?
Yes.
That's gotta be
bro,
for
they're like shredded chicken or shredded. They're the mini ones.
Man.
It's like a little, but still for $1.
Yeah. You get 5 of them. You're good.
Get like 2 of those and then 2 of like beef, and yeah, you're set.
And a
get,
churro.
Get some sauce.
Dude,
get like the nacho cheese to dip.
I don't know why.
A churro.
The churro.
And a churro.
Do they have them anymore? I thought they got rid of them.
Churros are good though.
Churros are good.
Fresh churros.
I love the spicy tostada on the dollar menu.
Yeah, that one's like
I can eat like 4 of them and I'm full. I'm good. Or 3 of them and I'm full. Make myself sound fat.
I pretty much just get the one little cravings deal because you get like 18 things in there and a drink. And like the little twisties at the end. It's like the all-in everything.
Okay, next restaurant. Let's pick another one that's Northwest only.
I don't even know that many like Northwest restaurants. Like specifically.
Who's Song and Larry's? Another good Mexican.
No.
Definitely not.
No?
In Southern California, bro, you know how many Mexican joints are in Southern California? Who's Song and Larry's would be garbage.
Yeah, they're not even that good in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not that good here. It's definitely not going to be good there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got real Mexicans down there? Yeah.
Hey,
right.
Cincinnati's getting a Burning Man. That's kind of cool.
Okay, let's take restaurants from elsewhere and bring them up here. In-N-Out Burger.
I'm waiting for an In-N-Out Burger.
That would work, right?
I'm a sponsor myself.
No, there was one in Vancouver.
No, there wasn't.
An In-N-Out
Yes, there
Burger?
was.
Bro, what?
Yes, there was.
Never. Medford was the closest.
No, bro. It is before it was Boston Market. It used to be Boston Market, the Jack in the Box, right over on 4th Plain. Right over here, behind the old
Bro, there's no way. Because I remember when it was the Boston Market.
You're thinking Arctic Circle was
Yeah,
here.
No, I'm
Arctic
not, dude.
Circle,
there was a burger place
now.
here. It was up on Mill Plain, I think. That was really good back in the day, but it wasn't In-N-Out either. In-N-Out's never made this far up.
Okay, what about White Castle burgers only come in one style? White Castle. I've never had.
Do they? White Castle?
White Castle's not that big man.
I've never actually had White Castle, so I can't
Right.
speak to if they're actually good or not.
I was this close to having one in Indiana. I was there on a business trip years ago,
Mm.
and I saw White Castle and I saw Denny's, and the White Castle, it looked like Harold and Kumar distance. You know,
Yeah,
it seemed reachable, but in Indiana everything's flat and really far away. So I went to the Denny's, which was like across the street from the hotel they put me up for my work,
Yeah.
and I did not make it to White Castle. But they have them in Vegas too now, so I guess if you want to try White, they have everything you want in Vegas from like all the other concept restaurants. You know, you have Gordon Ramsay's, or
Yeah.
you can have White Castle.
I do
or
want to
any
do
of
the
that.
Gordon Ramsay. I heard it's hella expensive, but it's worth it.
Like a $25 burger or something like that.
Oh, that's not even that much.
Kobe beef though, I'm sure.
But I
Like a
mean,
Kobe burger.
$25. Like I thought it was a couple $100 a plate. Is what I heard.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, but like they have like a burger joint inside Planet Hollywood. It's pretty cool, man. They got the Gordon Ramsay sign. They got all the flames and everything. It's
Nice.
pretty neat setup. But of course, I was outside of that sign. Last couple times I was there, I did not go inside. But the sign was really cool. It's inside Planet Hollywood. So next time you're in Vegas, Planet Hollywood, go see Gordon Ramsay and go get a Gordon Ramsay Kobe beef burger.
Yeah, I'd
But
definitely
what
do
is-
that. That sounds delicious.
Okay, I'm getting confused because there was like a major chain that opened up.
Boston Market was the major chain. I'm surprised
there was
most people
something
don't even
before-
remember that was here.
Before
still
it was
have
Boston
Boston
Market.
Markets.
It
Yeah,
was
just
open-
not here.
No.
Right.
I saw one not too long ago.
But it was a burger
can't-
joint.
I
And
can't
I remember it
remember
was
what-
a big fucking deal, but a lot of people got sick and their food was shit compared to the other chains around the country, so they closed. I'm going to rack my fucking brain trying to figure out what that was.
I don't know.
I remember when
Jack was new, right?
I
remember when
travel
those were
so
coming
much,
through.
I forget where I see these restaurants. Like
believe that.
I saw Boston Market. It probably was in Arizona, but it could have been.
Oh
in-
yeah, probably.
it could have been somewhere else. But there was.
yeah.
I want
I
to say.
see Boston markets around the country.
Yeah,
Boston Markets is so
that
good.
was good back in the day because
It wasn't good
seemed
here.
kind of healthy.
I like the one here.
I didn't like
Wasn't
it.
there one like a fourth?
Just like the
plane?
Popeyes here is garbage.
It depends on which one you go to. If you go to the one on 192nd, it ain't bad.
This one's pretty good right here.
Have you been to other Popeyes around the country, bro?
Yeah. I have,
Portland's
actually.
where you want to be. They're
No, it
Greece
even
or something.
depends.
Po-
It even depends on
Portland,
which one.
Vegas,
Like, if you're on MLK, you want the
Utah.
northern end of MLK because the southern end of MLK Popeye sucks.
I never go that far
I've had
though. So.
at least three
Suck.
different
Yeah, the
states.
northern MLK one is good, but
Yeah.
the southern one sucks. And they're owned. Those franchises are owned by different people. So that's,
Okay, let's go back to let's go full circle. Ezell's, would that do good in Southern
I
California?
think Azels would do good anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just good.
Do you
as
rank
long
them
as
number
it's-
one ahead of Popeyes or Church's or
Absolutely.
KFC?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's not. It's less. For me, anyways, it feels less like fast food than all of those other places.
What about Kentucky Fried Chicken? Would that do good anywhere?
Kentucky? I don't know
No.
what that
With
is.
12 herbs and spices?
Yeah, 12.
I
I
can't see.
remember that. No, when we started this season, we had mock commercials.
Mm.
So that was one of them. Kentucky Fried Chicken with 12 herbs and spices instead of 11.
Have you guys ever had that Cookies Chicken place up on Mill Plain by the hospital?
I've heard good things about it. I haven't eaten it yet.
Is
I
that
had it
in that
one
Planet
time.
Fitness place?
Shit was bomb.
Yeah?
It was really good.
What's it called?
Cookies
Cookies.
Chicken? They have these waffle fries that they do, and they're literally like essentially waffle, that you can just dip, and it's super soft, and they were hot, and just that right fluffy to scrumptious combination
Where
that
is
you
that
like.
by?
It's right by the hospital.
So it's not quite at that Planet Fitness area.
No,
It's
it's in one of those
between.
little strip malls,
it's
right?
literally between the hospital
Was
and the
there
Planet
like
Fitness.
a Subway there at one time? Are you talking about
No,
that
so
one?
there's still a Subway there in the park with the Planet Fitness, but it's between the Planet Fitness and the hospital.
In one of those older type of.
Yeah, it's like
strip
right
malls.
there
Yeah,
by
on the
whatever
northern side
the
of Mill
something, the Q Mart or something right
There's
there.
a little queue.
Oh,
there's a
yeah,
pot
Little
yeah.
Q,
shop,
that's what it
Yeah.
is. It's right by
there's a
that.
pot shop there.
Yeah, so it's between the pot
Sean,
shop
you're-
and the hospital.
you're
So why
like,
not have
we're
like-
narrowing it
yeah,
down.
Why not have like fast?
Sean
yeah,
said, I
pot
prefer
shop.
the southern one. Sean, you're dumb. You prefer
Why
anything
not
that
have
I
a
don't.
pot shop and a bunch of fast food
Sean's
restaurants
my
right around it?
antagonist.
Yeah, smart.
Why not?
Antagonist.
Well, yeah, he wants us to sit on cactuses. So
He's my arch antagonist. He likes everything I don't.
Okay,
So I'm going to start liking everything he doesn't.
Dutch Brothers works everywhere. I've had Dutch Brothers.
Clearly.
Clearly, Dutch Brothers is good,
Dutch Brothers is more infectious than the fucking measles.
dude.
which one do you like better, that one or the what's the other one that everybody likes? The Black Rock.
Black Rock. I don't drink coffee.
I tried a
so-
Black Rock a couple times, like a blended thing, by one of the yoga studios I used to go to, and it's pretty good. But I mean, I know what I'm getting at Dutch Brothers. I know it's pretty good all the time. The people are friendly, you know. I go there, they go, "Wait, what's up, Tom?" I'm like, "What's up?"
Duce said
whoever.
Dutch doesn't work in Portland. Why not?
Because
Super
they
sugary.
have
Every time I've ever had a drink from there, they were always like just over
But-
the top.
Scottsdale, Arizona, man.
How could it not work
that
in
was like one
Portland?
of my
But it's like
staples.
I think they work anywhere.
I get up
Vancouver. There's
before my games. I get up early. I drive. I go to Dutch Brothers, and that's my morning thing. And then I go to the baseball stadium and I play baseball for like 8 hours. You know,
Shawn
I got
said,
my Dutch Brothers in me.
"You don't know what you're getting, Tom."
Man, I really don't know.
I think we need to have a show with just Tom and Shawn. They can go back and forth.
I think
Right?
we need to,
That'd be
I
pretty
think we
funny.
need to do like a taint punch out show where we just sit there and punch each other's taints till one of us
Why would
passes
you
out.
even suggest that?
Anthony can referee.
You want your hand on Shawn's taint? Is that it?
I just feel
Sounded like
I
it to
think-
me.
I feel like someone needs to be taint punched right now. That's all. And
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
volunteer Shawn for that.
I'll go second. He's pretty strong, man. He's got big hands. He might hit more than just the taint region.
Scrolling, and I found a news article
Scroll.
that I'm not going to cover on Monday. Shawn said because Tom wants to be gay. I don't know if he wants to be or deep down inside he just is.
What are you guys doing on
What do
Christmas?
you identify as?
What do you identify
as
as?
far as what? Sexually?
Gay or
Oh
not?
my god. Oh no.
I think 17% gay was the last number I settled on.
For Tom?
Oh my
For me.
god.
Oh.
I don't know
My
about
friends
Tom.
are-
I don't know Tom
So
well enough.
there's a headline that I'm going to read because I'm not going to get into the article Monday. Forecasters low of -11 temperature-wise prompts police in Illinois town to cancel all criminal activity. All criminal activities have been canceled due to an intense Arctic blast. At least there's hope of the officers with the Moline Police Department. They released a statement that says all criminal activities have been canceled due to an intense Arctic blast.
Criminals are just chilling. They
Let me
done.
know how that works out for you. Chilling, literally. No pun intended.
Ridiculous.
Temperature of
my friends-
-11.
I like how my friends call me out. My friends that actually watch this podcast from home, they're watching the live view and they're like, peeing conversation. Shake my head. Yeah, LOL, hashtag star, fuck off, whatever.
I want somebody to weigh in on this. I still got
I
no
know.
responses. Nobody ever told me if peeing in them was good or
And
not.
guys, if you're watching right now, just go ahead and sign up for Twitch. Create your account so you can at least watch and engage in chat. So you can call Tom out in front of everybody.
Yeah, why not?
And-
Call me out, please. I dare you.
If you're
It's really
watching-
hard to embarrass.
If you're watching and you're not actually on a Twitch account, it's free to do. It doesn't help us any. It helps us if you were watching and you're, logged into Twitch.
The world needs more rock stars.
Yes. Yes. That depends, man. Are we talking rock stars like Miley Cyrus rock stars?
No,
Are we talking? Oh, more flavors of rock star?
No, I just need another damn rock star. This one's empty.
You want this one?
No, I need the
it's not
sugar-free.
sugar-free.
Yeah. Well, it's been good hanging out with you guys, but I'm out of juice. What time do we roll at? Did I get my hour in?
We've been live for 1 hour and 14 minutes.
1 hour, 14 minutes. Who else is going
Do
to
we
join us
only need to
tonight?
do an hour or something?
No,
No,
it
I've
don't
got
matter.
other commitments. I've got some recovery commitments. I got another hour. My buddy's having fellowshipping at his house. We're gonna have fajitas, and it's really nice when other people host events in our recovery community. So, wow.
Dope.
And today I am clean and sober and grateful.
Very nice.
I know you go by looking at me, go, God, man, this guy must be on something. But no, this is what you get all natural, man. When I'm smiling and having a good time, that means I'm good.
Yeah.
If I'm not smiling and having a good time and not joking with you guys, that's a red flag.
Mm.
I just gave you my tells. Now I can't be incognito about shit.
Yeah.
I can't be secret squirrel about my my things.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shawn, Trio lost his liquor license. That sucks, man. I like Trio. Breaking news: Upscale Portland karaoke bar Trio has lost its liquor license. That's too bad, man.
Trio.
Yeah, it was like a Latin salsa club for a while, and they changed identities a lot because they can never There were a lot of things about the management of that place that just could not keep business revolving.
I don't get it. Tom is 235% gay for ponies.
Are those
What are ponies for?
full size ponies or mini ponies?
I'm not into.
There's
the
no
OG
good
stuff.
mini ponies around here. All the mini ponies are ugly.
Haggard.
Yeah.
I don't know what ponies are except for like a
Some
horse.
disheveled mini ponies. Pretty sad.
Apparently, my gay terminology is not very good, so I must be only 234% gay for ponies. What's he like? 235% gay for ponies. I don't get it. Like a pony keg. Is there like a term I'm missing out there? Do I need to like Urban Dictionary this thing?
No.
No, just a real pony.
He's just.
No, I'm not into those things. I'm sorry.
100%
There
a
was,
real pony.
I'm from the Couve, not Enumclaw.
Last week.
Bitches.
Were you watching the other day?
What?
You mentioned Enumclaw.
Hey,
Enumclaw?
Enumclaw.
Last
That's
week there was a story that we covered with somebody that got arrested for sexually assaulting a pony.
no. Joe Rogan talked about that the first time I saw him live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talked about. So him and his buddies would do like they would email each other like links to things on the internet, right? And one with the, one person sent like
Leave that open, baby.
2 girls, 1 cup, ha ha ha. They go back and forth,
That's so nasty.
and then his buddy sends him a link. It just says "I win," right? And so he opens it up, right? They just because they
Duce
try
I
to
Rae
one up
cactus.
each other, and it was 2 guys thought it'd be a good idea to let a horse have anal sex with the other guy, and so of course one guy thought he was strong enough to hold the horse, and the other guy was taking it by the horse, and then next thing you know, you heard a scream of a man that could have only got ripped in half by a horse. And that was in Enumclaw, Washington. So when I joke about Enumclaw, Washington, because that happened and I learned about it just by going to one of Joe Rogan's stand-up tours. Yeah, fun.
I mean, I think him and the horse both got off, though, luckily.
Well, one guy's dead. The other guy's probably doing something for something.
Some
The
time
horse-
for manslaughter or something.
Like, really, I mean, that really makes our state. I think Enumclaw is not part of the state of Washington anymore.
Sorry about that.
I think they should be annexed somewhere else because that makes like we are a very high education. Do you know? Okay, did you know the Seattle area that we have in the Seattle area alone? We are one of the most educated cities in Seattle. I mean, we're sure we're a little bit south of Seattle, but Seattle is one of the most educated.
There's
Over 50% of the adult population has at least an undergraduate degree.
There's
in
actually a
Seattle.
study that just came out, and I've got the article clipped for Monday, but it does list Washington in the top 10 highest educated states in the country.
Yeah. So our
So
education
we
is
just
pretty
have a lot
good.
of smart people
So
moving here.
I think we should kick Enumclaw out.
Our
Horse
educational
fuckers.
system really is like, because we grew up in it, we think there's a lot of shit that could be fixed. But on a nationwide scale, the education system in Washington State overall is superior.
Because we're not trying to teach kids fucking, like the Bible, like the Bible Belt, or having like conflicting, things happening in school. Like there actually is some separation. As much as I do complain about this area, it's not the worst.
No, but we're also very tech savvy because we're on the Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
Seattle, Portland, San Francisco. I'm
So we
sure
like
LA,
to
Yeah,
job.
especially down there. Yeah, Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley. But look at top 10 wired cities, right? That's another fact about state of Washington, Northwest. We are very up there in high technology,
Well, because Intel's here.
We
Or
got Intel, Microsoft, Google has a presence, Amazon's from Seattle. I mean,
Is Amazon like from Seattle, or did they?
I think
have their
their
base in
home
Seattle
campus
now?
is up in Seattle. Or at
Oh,
least
really?
one of them. Yeah, I know they
Is
have
that
a
where it
distribution center.
originated from?
Well, they have Seattle. I think they have a Seattle campus, and they also have Redmond as a major distribution center for
Okay.
Amazon. I think Google has a presence up there too.
I didn't get to listen to this video, but I want to watch a video just so we can talk about it a little bit. Did you hear what she said?
But
You jaywalked.
is that Redmond, Oregon, or Redmond, Washington?
I don't know. I would say it's Redmond, Washington. The Redmond, Oregon isn't that developed with buses and cops on bikes and shit.
Look how old the buildings are. Let me look at the surroundings.
Tom, will you
How
shut up so
wet
we
do
can
you,
hear it,
do you
please?
think both of their panties got?
I really wanna hear
They're
that.
like, look at us,
Okay.
exerting power over men.
Josh, will you shut up
patriarchy.
so I can hear it, please?
Sorry. Joe. You jaywalked.
We tell you to stop, you stop. That's called instructing, everybody. Learn.
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 You don't stop for the jaywalking.
That's some bullshit, dude.
They both said it in stereo. Jaywalking.
That is
You,
bullshit.
you know how good it would feel to fuck either of them, though? Could you imagine? When you just slapped her across the cheek and she, choke me harder. Oh, it'd be great. Sex would just be amazing.
You guys ever seen a raccoon that tried to commit suicide?
Was it the one that the guy was spooning the other day?
That was a beaver, dude.
Relax, guy.
You remember all the we hope he's not trying to get head jokes?
Yeah.
Let's watch this one.
My friend's
Look.
like, my friend Brandy, not child appropriate. Well, my friend Brandy's in her 20s. I think she can make her own decisions. Right,
Wait,
Brandy?
are we supposed to be child appropriate?
No.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Have you?
Yeah.
I
His
never
wife
claimed that I'm
was
a host of a
cheating on
family
him.
show, you
She
know?
served him divorce
Of
papers,
all
and
ages.
he was like,
I'm sorry, but
"Fuck
that's
it."
not me.
I love it when shit like this happens and people are like, no, calm down, raccoon, calm down. I'm here to help. Like the raccoon can understand what you're saying.
No, but they can understand demeanor. Like you're not trying to hurt them.
Hopefully.
They eventually figure it out. It feels like.
If he would just let it die, he could eat it.
That's true.
Well, depending on the state. Oh, it looks like it's got a Steelers license plate frame.
He really likes that.
Boy, you are one lucky raccoon. He's cutting his $150 car cover for you.
Right?
Oh, no. It's all wrapped around him, huh? And he doesn't want to get bit. That poor raccoon. There you go.
Those car covers are made to last.
Yeah.
How about just pull off the cover from the other side and drop it? They don't want rabies.
Raccoons are one of the biggest carriers of rabies too.
I know. Get the blowtorch out. Fuck it.
Or a saw. Or scissors.
Oh, man. Oh, he's still biting. Oh.
Yeah, it's probably suffocating. He's
Yeah.
probably on his way out.
Woo! I can't lie, I would have done the same thing. I probably would have said the same thing too. I'm just gonna criticize it when I watch it. That's all. Poor raccoon.
Yeah, boy.
So, Tom, you got any other restaurants you want to talk about?
People just baffle me. They want to know what I'm doing and blah, 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 but then they're like, oh, I love my friends.
That's kind of people in general, bro. That's just how people are.
Oh, well.
You get used to it. Got a lot of cool stuff for us to cover on Monday, though.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I don't need all your excuses why you can't go to a fellowship event, but thank you. There you go. All right, will do.
Well, I don't think I have anything else to go over, and I want to eat some dinner and relax before I have to go to work tonight.
I've got some commitments tonight I've got to get to, and maybe I'll go, who knows, go drive across the state and rescue some friends.
I'm going to a stand-up show tonight, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Are you going Helium or Harvey's?
Harvey's.
Harvey's?
Yeah.
Nice. We got to get you up on stage one of these days.
I know, right?
Oh, here. We're going to Harvey's. I've got my niece works right next door at the bar.
Oh, okay.
So here, I will give you a special voucher, and that will save you some money.
Dude, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just read to make sure it's you go to the right spot.
Yeah, what's her name?
My niece is Melissa Barnes. Henry's Corner Office. It's 20% off of food.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Friends, man. There you go, man. It's funny. I've done stand-up comedy. Now my niece works at a comedy club.
Mm-hmm.
That's always cool. Or I've tried stand-up. You know, it's not like I'm
Yeah.
on tour like with any big headliners or anything right now. So
No, but even having the courage to get up there once is better than most people have. It's a tough gig,
I've been
and
up there a
I'm
few
scared to
times.
death at this point that I'm going to get up there and say some things that people may find controversial or pull up later and hold me back from a job later down the line.
Yeah,
And that's
hold
don't hold me back from
Hold
a
it
job,
against you.
but
just my biggest fear is, I go and say some shit, just joking. I'm on stage, because I don't think that I'm not funny. It has nothing to do with that. But you just, with the climate that we live in, where Kevin Hart is getting taken off the Oscars, because he made a gay joke 10 years ago. It's just,
No, it's stupid.
it's scary.
people are sensitive, overly
Yeah.
sensitive.
Well, and you just don't know. And so, like, something I say today could be the thing that hurts me 15, 20 years from now, even though I don't hold those same opinions or values or more, think about how different we are in just 2 to 3 years, think 5, 6, 7 a decade, it's just, it's pretty unfair, I think, for people to judge based
I
upon
might tell you
that.
some stories off the air, like opening night in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very perverse, right? And
Yeah.
when I get up there, I kind of look like my red hat backwards, my T-shirt. So some people call me like the Fred Durst comic,
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Fred Wurst, right? And yeah, I was talking about basically the correlation between women that shop at Whole Foods and how hairy the vaginas are.
There's causation.
Yeah, I'm just saying, look, if you want a natural hippie chick,
Yeah.
she might be low maintenance down south. So go to Whole Foods.
It makes sense. I mean,
If you want a crack whore, go to Walmart. Switch off
I
to
would like
midnight.
to do some sort of graph on that, like have them come in, and I don't know if women would even answer honestly. I don't know if they would answer honestly about their pubic hairs, but if you could get some sort of honest graph, I think there'd be a lot more, just hair in general, underarm and vagina.
If they got hairy underarms, they got a really hairy.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
All right, we'll end it on the good note. Give you guys something to think about.
I know people are dying for something political, so we'll end it with something political.
Give them a little taster for Monday.
Texas doesn't need to build a wall; they already have a wall.
Yeah, Republicans.
Texas doesn't.
Yeah, the whole
Paul
state,
Wall.
state.
Texas already has a wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Does he live in Texas?
He's always been from
Oh,
Texas.
didn't know that.
like very.
Who is that?
House is very proud Texas. Paul
Who's
Wall,
that?
Paul Wall.
People's
Paul-
Champ.
Oh,
Paul
People's
Wall.
Champ. Paul
he's,
Wall.
He's the WWE guy.
No, he's the fucking rapper that makes the grills for everybody.
Oh, does he? Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm real interested
That's out of
to
my-
get
out of my
political on
industry.
Monday. Especially now hearing all the polarizing stuff with how everybody's approaching since Trump, reopened the government. All the Dems are saying that he backed down and he's a fucking bitch and all this stuff. And all the fucking conservatives are like, he's a compassionate person who opened the government and gave people back money. And he still is going to get his deal in
I don't know,
whatever
there's-
2
I've
weeks.
seen a
It's
lot-
just funny to hear both different sides and be like, it couldn't be more different, because they both think that their position is the best. Like it's very interesting to see both people thinking that they are in the strategic higher position. It's very fascinating. I can't wait to see what happens.
Here's my political prediction, and you guys are gonna shoot me right now, but I say Trump is gonna get reelected.
I said the same thing. I said the
You don't
same
have to
thing.
like it. I'm not saying
I
it's
don't
better
like it
than
either.
You don't have to like it. You don't have to
I wouldn't vote for him either, but I really do think it's
I'm
going to
just saying
happen.
he will. I don't think there's anyone that's gonna. The way the economy's going, the way things are going right now, we have no really anything major. Outside. Okay, there's some other things maybe, but nothing really major that's really affecting me or you personally. That's going to happen right now. And people are still working, and
Well, yeah, he
prices
lowered
are up.
taxes, so pretty much companies are providing jobs, and if nothing else, they're incentivized to do it to get him reelected into the second term, or keep job production up so he can get elected another term. They can keep the money making going for another couple years. It's beneficial for corporations, so I think it's also incentivizing people in the electoral college, people who are getting handouts and taking bribes from people.
Right.
So I think he's getting reelected. That's just my wager. I would bet money on it, and I said the same
You
thing.
can.
I won't.
Oh.
but I would.
I
I'm
thought
saying,
you said I would bet money on
I,
it.
said-
It's like
yeah, I
what-
did say that.
Why do the other?
would.
Then do it.
To who? Did somebody have? Would somebody take that bet?
Hang on.
what
I'm
there's
sure there's
what, there's 32 teams in the NBA.
I bet somebody $100
Why
on
do
that.
the
Easy.
other 31 teams even play at this point?
Yeah.
Because you know the Golden State Warriors are just going to win until they dismantle themselves or get injured. Golden State Warriors win it this year again. I don't see anyone else touching them. They've been sandbagging the shit out of the first half of the season.
Yeah.
There's a psychological thing when people sandbag and get some losses and whatnot, like the Bulls were doing, the Michael Jordan injury. People all of a sudden think, oh, I don't have to play as tough.
Yeah.
I don't have to be on my 100% A game. There's a lot of psychological battle between sandbagging, injuries, pulling people, records, and everything else.
Yeah.
Making people think you're beatable when you're not.
For sure. They start, playing lackadaisical. They just don't come in, with the ferocity that they need.
Yeah, because if they know they had to be on point, then they could probably beat in any given moment, and like any given Sunday, going back to a football reference, but any pro team could beat any pro team.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of psychological warfare when
For
people
sure.
are having.
there's
injuries and
numerous
sitting
websites
people.
you can bet on it.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, numerous.
All right, well,
Yeah, there's people that.
What are the odds? Are there like odds on certain ones? Because if I can find one with even like any kind of like something that they're going up based off of poll numbers or something, I'll take that bet because I have a potentiality to be on the come up. It's gonna be just like it was last time. He can't win. He doesn't have a chance in the world. It's gonna be this person. That nigga's gonna win again. I'm gonna go pay me, nigga.
Dude, Oddshark.
Pay me, nigga.
Oddshark.com has so many different things that on the board. Like right now, will Roger Stone be mentioned during the upcoming State of the Union? Yes, 5 plus 500. No, minus 900. Will Roger Stone plead guilty to a crime in 2019? Yes, plus 150. No, minus 200. Will Roger Stone testify publicly against Donald Trump in 2019? Yes, plus 600. No, minus 1,500. Will Donald Trump be impeached by the White House
Spreads.
by the House in his first term? Yes, plus 20. No, minus 150. When will the State of the Union take place? February, minus 2050 or 250. March or later, plus 200. January, plus 750. Does not happen in 2019, plus 2,500. Where or how will the State of the Union be delivered? Man, there's a whole fucking list on this. House Chamber, minus 400. Rally, plus 1,000. Senate Chamber, plus 1,000. White House, plus 1,000. In writing, plus 1,500. Through Twitter, plus 2,500. Mar-a-Lago, plus 5,000. On the Mexican border, plus 5,000. Trump Tower, plus 5,000. And the Kremlin, plus 100,000. And these odds are actually listed on oddshark.com.
That's crazy.
Let's put $10 on the fact that he's going to do his State of the Union from the Mexican border. Like the U.S.-Mexico border.
is he being that cocky?
And if it happens, how much would that pay?
I don't know. You
If
said
it's a
10,000?
$10 bet, it's a plus 5,000 odds.
Oh, 5,000.
That's like a move I would
So
do.
is-
I'm like
doesn't that mean
cocky enough to
5,000
do
to
something
one?
like that, but I don't know if
Pretty
Trump would want to
much.
do
So if you
something
put
like that.
$10 on it, wouldn't that be a $50,000 win?
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Well, I mean, it's just statistically, he's not doing it there, is what they're telling you. It's
Right.
like the likelihood is so poor.
But if it's on Oddshark, it should, like, I want to bet on that.
yeah, and
I
that's
bet on
interesting. How do I bet on that?
All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm good, man. My attention span is like of a gnat right now, and I got some other commitments I got to do. I got to go fellowship with my brothers and sisters in the recovery community.
Hey,
So,
Street,
Have a good time.
talked to Michael Steven Vsauce about the Stanford prison experiment. I'm not sure what that is, but
you guys,
You don't know the
it's been
Stanford
good.
prison experiment?
no.
My
We'll talk about
microphone's
it.
dropping, and so am I.
I
I'm
gotcha.
out.
The Stanford prison experiment was an experiment where they took a bunch of college kids. They screened them for psychological deficiencies or proclivities to, be violent.
Okay.
Found a bunch of kids who were prone to not be violent, and then separated them at random into two groups. One being the prisoners and one being the guards, and then ran a prison experiment. Just the only thing that they did was you couldn't actually like hit them or cause any violence to them, but they started using like psychological warfare and pitting the prisoners against each other.
Okay.
And I think they ended it on the 6th day. They didn't even make it a week, I believe.
Wow.
Like, it was one of those
Things
things
got that intense.
because it had gotten that intense. Pretty much the guards were exerting restricted power up on these guys and making them do cruel things, making them, do push-ups and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, that'd be real
I'd never
interesting
heard
to
of that.
hear Michael. You said from Vsauce?
Yeah.
So it must be very in depth.
Yeah. H3 talked to Michael Stevens from Vsauce.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about that. Must be fascinating. Is it one of the YouTube Red things that he did? Because I couldn't watch a bunch of them. I watched the first one that they had.
I have no idea. Shawn put it in chat. So.
Well, there was. I think Shawn knows about it. They had the first episode that was available, and I think it was on. I want to say Monkeys or something.
Vsauce is doing another one for Minefield.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Minefield. But yeah, it's massively fascinating. He does things so well researched, and he makes sure that he can run any sort of experiments that himself, and he gets them passed with a council of individuals, pretty much make sure that he can do things correctly.
Oh, Shawn said they're doing their own version.
Shut the fuck up! What? I don't know how they would get away with it because supposedly it was highly unethical or something the way that it was ran, which is kind of fascinating to me because it didn't seem like it was unethical or anything, but I'm not running clinical trials or anything, accredited ones anyways. I'm running my own at home.
I gotta look something up real quick. Then we can go.
All right. Excuse me.
All right, it was fake news.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Thanks for tuning in. I gotta find somebody to raid.
All them fake news is.
Make sure I'm logged in all over the place.
So while you're looking for a raid, what's your take on the whole Trump thing? Do you think he's a biggity bitch and he backed down and that whole nine like everybody else on the Dem side, or?
I think enough. It's not just Democrats that I've seen call him a bitch. Obviously, the
No, there was a
majority
bunch
is.
of conservatives, including Ann Coulter, also.
I
calling
think
him.
a lot of I think Mitch McConnell was basically like, look, dude, if we don't put these federal employees back to work, you're going to lose half of the people that do support you as well. So if you want any chance of being reelected, you need to end this fucking stalemate, put the employees back to work, and let's figure out how to build the wall later.
Yeah, I mean, I think, or at least on the conservative side, I heard an argument that I thought was interesting. And I don't know how much I agree with it, or at least the standpoint, but he pretty much said something to the effect of, he thinks it makes Trump look good in his eyes because he was the one who ended the shutdown. Pretty much he finally stepped up and ended the shutdown and didn't give up on his position. Said pretty much, I'm going to my position is in 15 days, I'm getting my whatever it is anyways. So you have pretty much 15 days to give me what I want, and we will negotiate within those 15 days.
Right.
And if you don't, I'm going to get what I want anyways. So regardless, I gave back, like you said, the country their jobs. I gave back almost 1 million people their livelihood when the Dems wouldn't, and I'm still going to get the negotiations off, and I'm still going to get my way regardless.
I don't think he's going to, though. I really don't.
I mean, it's going to come down to, a whole nother set of issues, but, well, I mean, he'll cross that bridge when he comes to it.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, he is commendable for finally stepping up and doing something, because somebody needed to do something. I've been saying it for days, somebody needed to step up.
Well, isn't he really the only person that could have done something?
I mean, the Democrats could have caved to his position, but I don't I don't do the global politics to that degree. I don't know if $5 billion is whatever. People keep trying to make out $5 billion like it ain't shit, but then when it comes time for something else like education or something, then $5 billion is this huge amount of money.
Right.
They're like, it's only a drop in the bucket because our GDP is 10 billion, blah blah blah, and it's like, well, guys, hold on, then can we get that $5 billion for the teachers? If it's that easy, we just throw money around.
Right.
Papers just shelling out.
Well, and that's part of the argument from the Democrat side is that $5 billion could be used in so many other ways.
Yeah.
Rather than a 10% down payment on something that
What was it? A 10% down payment? Wasn't that going to be?
It's estimated it's going to be about 40 billion to put this wall project up.
Yeah.
Trump's numbers say 22 billion, but if you actually do the research on the numbers, almost all of them are saying between 30 and 40 billion.
And honestly, it'll probably end up costing even more than that with
Right.
like seismic technologies because they're advancing and things like that. And then being able to shoot down drones. And I don't know like what kind of like unmanned technology you could have for that, or like EMP technology or something potentially.
How many places are we going to have to drill into the ground instead of just dig into the ground to be able to make sure it goes deep
Well,
enough
I
where we're
mean
not
that
gonna
would
put
be the
tunnels?
whole thing. I would assume is like these big rods would have some sort of mechanism to be just boring down into the ground, because then it would make them
knows?
even harder to remove, especially if they were some sort of like something or they were fused at the top. Like there's some ways I think you could go about doing it that were more efficient than others, obviously.
Right.
But I
Well,
like
see,
I
and
said,
how long is that argument going to take place? Like,
what do you mean?
once a budget, let's say
set.
a budget is approved,
Then
how many different-
construction methods and architecture
right?
and
And how many different people are going to be invited to bid on this project? How many different private companies are going to be invited to bid on this
I
project?
mean, yeah, who knows?
Who's going to end up winning the bid? Is
Yeah.
it going to be the most sensible construction for this project, or is it going to be somebody that Trump may have had some sort of relationship with before?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Who
pretty
knows?
much tired of presidents doing this every 8 years,
I am too.
deciding
I'm
whatever
sick of it.
they want and just kind of like pushing it through, and it fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You know, you get Obamacare, you get the wall. It's like, well, guys, whatever happened to the American people and like are saying it? Do we not matter?
Right.
Kind of.
Right.
It's kind of.
Well, and that's why
discouraging.
we're supposed to matter, because it's supposed to be our job to elect the officials that represent us.
Mm-hmm.
But what percentage of our population, our local population, is voting for our congressional representatives and our Senate representatives?
Yeah.
Who's voting for those?
Well, and not to mention, like we were talking about the other day, who's really informed about your local voters or even on a national level? Like, who's really an informed voter? Like, most of the people who vote have no concept of the people who have their best interest in order.
I absolutely
You know,
agree
and
with
so
that.
like I think there's just a lot of problems. The way it's just a much more complicated system, and we have the ability to communicate at a much more rapid rate. Why can't we revamp this system and come to some sort of consensus that allows people to either be more informed and make less decisions,
Yeah.
or offset it and like unload it so people have to prove that they like there just needs to be some sort of revamping. And I don't know what that exactly would entail, but I just think that we're all kind of in that same mindset in the country that, you know, we're on an antiquated several 100-year-old system. You know, we need to maybe think about, you know, just catching up something. And I don't think that means throw out, you know, the whole baby with the bathwater. I don't think that at all. I think we
Right.
have a good foundation. So can we like not build upon it and maybe do something better? But with the system being what it is, built, you know, for gridlock essentially, there's only slow incremental change, if any at all. And now like we're starting to find out that even when we want change at the top level, they just kind of institute whatever the fuck they want on a whim, you know, almost
Right.
like a dictator or a king. So it's like I don't know. Something's got to give, I think, and I think most of America's on board, at least for that.
To me, I think the biggest problem is nothing's going to give until the people start paying better attention, though. I really
think
do.
they are now. I think Trump's kind of forced
They're
everybody to
starting
pay
to.
attention.
People, they started to with Obama. The younger generations, there were more people in high school and even in junior high levels that were behind Bernie than ever before. That's part of the reason why Bernie had such an electricity behind him.
Yeah.
Because he had so many young people that were like, I like this old man. I like what he's saying. I don't care how old he is. I
Sure.
love what he's saying, because he, realistically, when it comes down to it, he speaks to the younger mindset of the people, for the people. We need to take care of one another. Whether or not, you know, fiscally or it makes sense, the broad picture of where we should be is a very utopian idea. The whole democratic socialist idea is a lot about it doesn't make sense unless you tweak a lot of numbers to get it to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And how dangerous is that?
Highly.
It is, and it can be.
Yeah.
But if we have a society that works together for it, it makes absolute perfect sense. The problem is in America, we're never going to have that society.
Yeah,
We're
well,
not.
and so many people just don't even understand like base, level economics,
Right.
you know, and everybody wants to just I understand socialism. I understand wanting to help everybody in the world out. But like I've said 1,000 times, if we move everybody in the world over here and we just gave everybody, unlimited resources, A, it wouldn't be America anymore.
I'm not even
and
talking
B,
about
we would be
moving
broke.
everybody over here. Just the people in this country,
Or even shelling out
the
money.
people that are already here. Well, isn't that part of the whole UBI idea?
But it was a restructuring. That's what the whole thought behind UBI.
Right.
Because the thought process is for even the point that a lot of conservatives are making right now on the most conservative estimates, it's $116 billion are going to illegal immigrants per year, and it's that's the conservative number, And so when you start hearing things like $5 billion for the wall or whatever, that's not.
Moms. Oh, I don't want to get into anything political today, Mom. Mom said, do you understand the difference between socialism and democratic socialism? I will absolutely. We're going to dive into that wholeheartedly on Monday. There are a lot of differences, but at the root of it, we are a socialist nation.
I don't think so.
Why do we have a fire department?
What do you
Fire
mean?
department is a socialist organization. Takes money from the community to function for the betterment of society.
I mean, it is a socialist program, yeah, but we're not. That doesn't make us a socialist nation just because we have some socialist programs or we have some things that
Right,
we have voted
right.
on that we find fundamental. Because
I may have worded that wrong, but
yeah, because
there
the
are
whole thing
a
is we
lot
voted
of
on it. We didn't
socialist
just.
programs in this country that make sense, and we couldn't function without them.
I mean, I would disagree, and that's why a lot of people, I had my uncle or whatever, respond to a meme that I posted that it was just a conservative meme talking about privatizing things. Because when you privatize things, then you have competing businesses, so you don't have just a government-inflated contract with unlimited dollars that is completely subsidized or shut down, so you have no competition, so you'll essentially have a monopoly through government interest or government necessity, like the banks. By saying saying that we're gonna bail you out, or saying that pretty much you don't have to function in the same job market, the free market like everybody else, and when you fail, you fail. It essentially props up things artificially, and that's what puts us in a bad spot and makes essentially has things bound to fail. I mean, that's why the money system yet again is obviously much more complex than that, but it's a system that's pretty much propped up on nothing, being inflated, a system made on interest that we're continually having to pay back. And once you start at a deficit and you can never make that up,
Our whole
you're just going deeper.
credit system is horrid.
Yeah,
It's horrid. It's raping the American culture.
Truly.
And I do not want to talk politics on Saturdays and Sundays. I do not. Absolutely don't. Because we talk about enough of it throughout the week. Bottom line, I just looked up real numbers in the 2018 report on election in Washington State, and only 40.8% of eligible voters voted.
Yeah. It's because
that's part of the problem.
It's because the news said Hillary's got it. It's a landslide victory. Trump can't lose.
Hillary didn't run in 2018, did she?
Oh, you said 2018. Sorry.
Yes, that's what I said.
Excuse me.
Congressional. So we're talking Jamie Herrera Butler.
Yeah.
Versus Carolyn Long.
Well, like I said, most people don't vote for state stuff. Most people don't have a vested interest. Most people just don't have any idea for state stuff.
Like I said, that's part of the big problem.
Yeah,
because we're putting people that are representing us in
how much
Congress
do
and
you
Senate.
know about state representatives?
I paid a lot of attention. In fact, I backed the campaign. If you want to see the signs, just look behind the curtain. I was
I believe you do, but I'm saying you're the minority. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I am saying is part of the problem. That's the whole point I'm making. Part of the problem is not enough people, they're watching CNN or they're watching Fox to see what the big picture is. They want to vote for a president, but they're not paying attention to who's actually making the decisions in the House and the Senate and putting the right representatives in those seats to represent us. That is where our biggest divide in this country is coming from, because so many people, everybody in if our percentage was 40.8, I can imagine California's is probably a lot lower than that.
Oh, I'm sure.
The bigger states with bigger populated cities probably have a lot lower percentage of registered voters that are voting on local issues. But then people are feeling so aggravated and so mad that this is happening in the White House, or this is happening in the House, or this is happening in the Senate, this is happening in Congress, but they didn't even realize that they could have possibly made a difference in having a voice that is
In
going
the
to
next
better
election,
represent
potentially?
us.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's, to me, that's part of the absolute biggest problem that we're dealing with in this country is not enough people are paying attention.
Well, people don't even know the three branches of government. Asking them to understand how the government system works or how voting works. Or,
But you know what's crazy? This stuff is taught in elementary school.
not well. Think about the
mean-
things we're taught and what's reinforced. If only we reinforce things like how to balance your checkbook properly and how to elect like officials properly and how to sift through bullshit properly. Like, if only we taught critical thinking classes and base level philosophy classes and like all the things that I think are prevalent or prudent for this, people to be successful in this world. But unfortunately, they want to teach us the horse shit that, isn't really worth a damn. But
Yeah, so we'll dive into that
that'll be Monday.
Monday. I don't want to talk politics, and I want to go relax, hang out before I have to go to work. And since we are only clocking at one viewer right now, it's kind of being counterproductive. So
I can't believe the whole time. And it's like, obviously, as multiple people are responding, we have more than one the whole time.
yeah,
Just
Twitch's machines are broken, and it's really discouraging to go live every day when our numbers aren't being tracked properly.
Hopefully it catches up like everything else. Like, it is registering, but it's just slow or something, like server bogged down.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We can hope. So I'm going to go find somebody we can raid because we have to do that. I wish Shawn or Duane was online right now. Wish they were live. If you're here watching, thanks for watching. Mom and or Dad, I love you. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll
And-
get real political on Monday, I swear, Mom.
Oh, Mom said just bounce to 3. Mom or Dad.
Ah.
Hey, there's Duane. What up, man? Hey, Duane, why don't you go live, bro? Like, I know you got your web browser up. Go live so we can raid you. You were talking about going live anyway, right? Or was that later? You're not prepared for that?
Prepare.
Not that we have a whole lot of viewers. Oh, you know what? I don't even know if raiding will do any good because you're supposed to raid with 3 or more viewers.
Oh. Can you not? Can you not with less?
Well, the achievement is raid with 3 or more viewers. Although when we raided yesterday, it showed we had 2 viewers, and when we raided,
Didn't it jump
showed
to like 10 or something?
Yeah, rated with 9.
So you probably should, because they might just get you for that.
Yeah.
Or hook them up.
Gosh, so many Fortnite people. I don't want to raid a Fortnite player.
Yeah, I'm so done with Fortnite. It's not even a good game.
Yeah. I wish Hassan was live right now. Yeah. Let me go see what these guys are doing. There's some hippies that out of like central southern Oregon that do music. So let me see if they're. Looks like they're live right now.
Yeah, we only got 2 dropped frames today.
Knitting Lady is not live right now. I did have Discord open actually.
Who?
I do have Discord open.
Oh.
And we still only dropped 2 frames so
Weird.
far. The machine is whirring though.
Oh, can you hear it spinning and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't really hear it because of
Yeah, I don't think Knitting Lady's not on right now. I'll go find somebody random. We'll raid somebody new. I was trying to raid somebody that we're following just so we could show some love to somebody we're following, but so many Fortnite players. I don't want to raid a Fortnite player. Oh. And somebody was watching porn again on their Twitch.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Isn't that like instant termination?
The account's going to get banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy.
They have 96 viewers right now. Pathetic.
If you watch it, do you get banned too?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to take any chances.
No, I was just asking for the people who were watching. I wasn't saying you jump
All right,
on
we're
there.
going to go. There's a
Go raid that channel.
No. There's a
Raid the porn channel.
There's a furry, dude.
There's a furry.
There's a furry.
Okay.
Somebody dressed up in a fucking costume, and they're dancing around the room.
Dope.
So
Dope,
we're
dope.
gonna go raid the furry.
The fury of the furry.
Thanks for watching. We're out of here. Love your faces. Be good with yourselves. Be good to one another. All that good stuff. You know.